No, it's okay. But thanks. It's all right. So, I try and make a YouTube video. I've been trying for the last week or so, but it's so hectic. By the time I get to the end of the day, I'm so tired, so to sit down and edit, it's just like, it's not happening. So I thought I'd try and do a video like in one take, like I won't stop the camera. Hopefully it'll be interesting, but it's going to be easier said than done because I've not done it before. So loads of stuff is going on. In the video before I was saying I was concerned that the brick walls are a bit thin and whatever, but it turns out that they're doing quite a good job. They're putting steel reinforced concrete around all the door frames, over all the doors, and also at certain heights, like through the bricks. So hopefully that's all going to be okay. Better get away from that music. But anyway, so yeah, loads is going on, and I was going to run. What's gone up so far is all 7.5 bricks. I was thinking of running 15s or 20s on the outside of the living areas because better insulation. But I've redone my sums, and it actually turns out it's cheaper to lay 2 rows of 7.5 like this with a gap than to pay for a lorry to come from Bangkok with all the bricks on it. It's going to be really expensive, so like $600 just for delivery. So once all that was factored in, turns out it's cheaper to lay 2 rows of 7, so it's looking like we don't have to muck about with deliveries. So that's good news. You can source everything locally. And also the guy just said they want to lay it in this fashion, so they want to lay 2 rows like this, and then the next row have it horizontal like this. So obviously that's going to make it much stronger. It does interfere with there being an air gap, but for one reason or another I think it's not really a problem. So yeah, I've given them the go ahead for that, and they're going to be starting that soon. We're currently, like right now, waiting for a metal delivery, so check the phone battery. So yeah, we had an issue sourcing a bit of metal for the roof. There's a bit of a metal shortage at the moment in Thailand because of COVID. There's not as many metal deliveries. We've been running around a lot the last few days trying to source the metal because the roofing company couldn't find it, and so me and Pen were driving around metal places looking for it. And anyway, eventually it got found, and some of the issues with the roofing company have been straightened out, so hopefully that metal will be delivered in the next 20 minutes or something. And then the roofing company, they came to have a look this morning. They should be starting work tomorrow, so hopefully that's going to be good news. Getting on with that. The roofing company said it should be done in 1 week. I would have thought it would be about 3 weeks work, but wait and see. So because of Gorgie and the chickens, we have to put a fence up. So I've got there's 3 guys over here doing the fence. They've dug all the post holes out, so like here and here and here, they've all been dug. So that's another thing we've been doing. We've been going to metal places, looking for the metal for the roof, and also looking for the metal for the posts, for the fence posts, trying to see what kind we want, round or square or C-section, how thick, you know, trying to balance cost and strength and how it looks, all that stuff. And to that end, I got two candidates, and I concreted them in yesterday. They're dry now, and they seem pretty decent. That's good. We found these caps as well. We were looking for caps. Got them from the plumbing place for the plastic caps. Luckily they fit perfectly, so that's good news. Got about 170 meters of fence that goes all the way around the house. It is a bit expensive, but it's got to be done. I really don't want to be buying a fence right now, but it's because of Gorgie, we've got no choice really. I think that The fence is going to come to something between £3,500 English to £4,000, something along those lines. So it's quite expensive and not something I want to spend at the moment because I'm spending so much money on the house. So yeah, these guys are in here doing the fence, mixing up the concrete here, and I'm going to keep an eye on them a bit to make sure they're doing a good job. And that's the most important part of things, strong fence posts, get them all nice and straight, and everything else should slot into place after that. Hang on a minute. Pen, where's the bird gone? Where's the bird? Has Gorgie got it? Where's the bird? They brought a bird with them, so I'll show you the bird. I mentioned in a previous video quite a while ago. Do you remember that? Some of you have been watching for a while. A car came in the bottom and there were bird catchers. And I was like, how does that work? How are you going to get the bird out of the tree? So anyway, I'll show you because he's got a bird. What was I saying? All right, these are the two chaps that are doing the fence, two of them. I'll have a look at your bird. Thanks. See his bird. So apparently, normally what they do is they have two cages, one empty with an open door, and they put that one there, and obviously it makes his bird call. I don't know why they haven't got an empty one next to it today, but it'll make his bird call, and then another bird will come from the wild into the empty cage, and then they can kind of sneak up on it and shut the door or something. So yeah, I thought we'd just have a close up of that. There's loads of these birds around the town here. Go around the town, people have these birds all outside their shops, and I think that they're songbirds, and they have like bird song competitions and all sorts, and I don't know if it's happy for me to be so close. But yeah, it's pretty popular over here. You know, drive into town, you'll undoubtedly see a guy on a moped steering with one hand with a bird cage under his other arm. I don't know where they're going with them, but I see them all the time. And as I say, loads of the shops in the town all have like these bird cages hanging outside them. So it's a thing. It's a thing. Maybe I'll get into it. I don't know. Maybe I'll get into it. So yeah, the fence is pretty expensive. £3,500–4,000. Quite a lot of money. So Penn's son is going to be paying for half of it though. That's the good news. He's going to pay for £2,000 worth of it. So it's a bit of a long story. Why is he paying for half of it? But basically he chose that we should have a husky. Me and Penn didn't choose the husky. And so when the husky gets into trouble and the husky costs us money, sometimes he pays for it. On this occasion he's going to pay for half of it. So that's good. So you know, £4,000 fence, but I'm only going to be paying for half of it. So that's okay. I can that's you know, easier to stomach that amount. So what else is going on? It's pretty hot. My arm's getting tired from holding the camera up. We've been really busy the last week. It's been really hectic. So many decisions to make about the bungalow. It's been very stressful. Trying to get things organised and sort problems out in a second language, like through pen to translate, is very difficult sometimes. But yeah, feeling a bit better today because there's a few things that have got sorted out in regards to the roof. We had a lot of trouble finding the metal and a bit of trouble with the roof company, but we drove up to see them yesterday at their office and we've got a few things straightened out. So I am in a bit of a better mood today. So I'll go down here and show you what I've been doing, like work-wise on the farm. Not a lot really. We haven't done that much work at the moment. Got a new guy in to help us cutting the grass because we're just too busy at the moment to get around to it. And we're also going to get someone in to help with the spraying, I think, this month. because again, Penn's it's just too difficult at the moment to keep up with the day-to-day chores and whatever. So I know I've said it before, but maybe I am in my last 2 weeks now here, so I'm really trying to cram in as much as possible, trying to get as many decisions about the bungalow made as I possibly can, trying to get as many farm jobs done as I possibly can. So yeah, you put the trees in, sometimes they do well, sometimes they grow nicely, and sometimes they struggle. When they struggle, we replace them. So what I've been doing again the last few days, every now and then, is just digging out a big hole to put a new tree in. So that's the one I was doing this morning. I think I've got about 8 holes dug so far, and maybe there's 15 total, so we've got another few to go, and then hopefully before I get on the plane back to England, go and buy some new trees and put all those in. So that'll be a good job to get ticked off the list. So let me just see how long this video's gone on for. 11 minutes, that's quite long. But yeah, I wanted to just do one without editing, because I've filmed 2 videos this week, and I've even tried to edit half of one. But yeah, by the time I get back to the hotel room, by the time I've had my dinner, it's 8 o'clock and it's just lights out. I'm just so tired, I don't want to do anything, you know. So yeah, we've been trying to make a lot of decisions about, so obviously this bungalow is not going to be finished before I leave, or unlikely, but we're trying to make as many decisions as possible at the moment, so you know, even if I'm back in England, Penn can still carry on and the build can be finished. So we've been running around a few places, looking at all sorts. You know, there's so much to do. We were yesterday looking at kitchen sinks, bathroom taps, bathroom doors, kitchen cupboards, extractor fans, and light switches, lighting, you know, everything. Tiling, floor tiles, bathroom tiles, and so we've been running around like headless chickens all over these like builders' warehouses and trying to make as many decisions as I can, so Penn sort of knows where she's going and can just start getting on with it, really. But yeah, we did make a lot of decisions as well, so some things are not finalised, but we've managed to finalise quite a number of things, or at least we've made the sort of general idea, so we know what general style of lighting we're going to have, for example. So it's quite positive, and it's hard work at the moment, but lots of things are getting done, and could do with a day off. So it looks like they're starting to move the poles around. I've got to keep an eye on it, you know. So yeah, don't think I mentioned, did I? The hut's been taken down, so the lads that are doing the building, the last 2 or 3 days we've paid them to stop doing this and take this hut down instead. They've also taken down one of the trees here. So obviously this tree here is a bit close to the bungalow and the foundation, so we thought it's best that comes out. We used to have a nice grove of rambutan trees here in the middle of the farm. We had 12 rambutan trees, a row of 6 here and 6 down here. But gradually, as time's gone by, more and more of them have just sort of ended up in the way of this and that, and we've gradually cut them all down. And I've only got 2 left now, so with it being Penn's favourite fruit, maybe, I'm going to try and keep these 2 so she can have some to eat. Remember, that's Penn's dream, right, to have the fruit trees outside her house, so she's not so happy that we keep cutting them all down. But yeah, the materials from the hut, we've sort of donated them to one of the builders and his wife or girlfriend, and they live with their parents, sharing a house, and they can't afford their own house. So when we said, you know, we want to get rid of the hut, they were like, oh yeah, we really want those materials. We can make our own hut to live in on my parents' land, sort of thing. So yeah, most of the materials is gone. There's a bit of junk over there, the remnants of the rambutan trees over there, so that's got to be tidied up. Here comes the metal delivery, so let's go and have a quick look at that. Hopefully, I've got to get Pen. I've got to get Pen to make sure he doesn't dump it anywhere silly, but this is the metal for the roof. And yeah, this is the stuff here. We've been having trouble finding that, getting that thickness. Bang, bang. So, because most Thai houses build in sort of 3-meter blocks, so between the pillars normally it's sort of about a 3-meter span. We've unusually got about a 7-meter span in places, so they've got to use a different style to the builders are normally used to, and they've got to beef up parts of the roof. And sourcing this metal was not the standard one, so we had a bit of trouble finding it, but it's here now. That's really good news. We've been pretty worried the last week or two because a lot of places have been saying there's no deliveries coming, no shipments are coming from China, and we were worried we wouldn't be able to find the metal and the building was going to have to get put on hold for who knows how long until we source this stuff. So it's good news that it's finally here. I think I'm going to stop there. Is that enough? So that's the update. It's really hectic, stressful and tiring. And what's the good news? So yeah, metal is good news. Oh yeah, some of the trees had a disease. We had this little pest come in and it was causing some trouble, but I think we're on top of it now. The neighbours had it on this side and this side, so yeah, that's been causing trouble, but we are, yeah, not doing too bad really. The trees are all right, most of them, doing pretty well. Yeah, get some new ones, get those holes dug hopefully over the next week, and maybe the week after we'll go shopping for some new trees. Hopefully we can find what we want. What are they saying? Just say that it's got to go in here. Just say it can't go in the road, it's got to go up here.
It's okay, we get the boy to help us.
Okay. So yeah, we were trying to get the metal delivered up into here. Got to go in here eventually, but it's looking like the chaps who are delivering it's not my job, so you know, fair enough. I suppose maybe it's not their job, but no big deal. We'll move it on our own, get on with it. So how was that for a one-take video? Is that exciting? That does make it easier. So hopefully I'll get back to the hotel later and I can just sort of paste this straight onto YouTube, and won't have to sit there for an hour or two editing it all together. So it might not be as smooth as ones I've put up previously, but get what you pay for, right? I'm going to go and supervise the fence over here, make sure it's getting done how I want it done. See what happens. So, see you later.